Okay, Jem, you mentioned a lot of young players. Ngayon, napapanood natin yung mga bata na naglalaro sa AVC, sa Thailand, and wow, a lot of impressive players. Sina Laksina, sina Belen, Tal, Nerva. Like, what are your thoughts on this, that these young players are getting the opportunity to play with veterans, play internationally, and get the exposure at such a young age?
I'm really happy to see them play exceptionally. And talagang sobrang laki nung exposure na to para sa mga batang players natin in the national team. And yun nga yung sabi ko, di ba, kung bata ka, parang, yes, matatakot ka ng konti, but pagdating sa paluan, parang lalo kang magiging matapang kasi parang sobrang laking opportunity na nakapaglaro ka against mga malalaking pangalan sa mga ibang bansa ng mga players. They played against Plumjit, yan sila Nutsara. So sobrang laking bagay noon para sa mga bata natin. And also I want to give credits to the seniors ng national team also kasi they're guiding these kids talaga and role model talaga sila para sa mga bata. And for the development naman of the next generation of our national team players, I think if the federation wants to have all this tall and young players, they must retain them and give them a good program talaga. I think that's what we're missing right now. And for me kasi, in my own opinion, it's really hard na papalit-palit yung lineup natin sa national team. Kumbaga, nag-iiba-iba tayo ng players kung may tournament na ganito, and then pagka panibagong tournament, iba na naman yung lineup natin. But I think okay lang naman magpalit-palit as long as we have that core players para dagdag ka na lang ng dagdag kung sino man yung tingin mo makakatulong.
I couldn't agree more. Amen, Jem. Amen.
Oh, national team.
Okay, who impressed you guys the most? I know then you made a tweet about Mhicaela Belen talking about her skills. What made you, like, when you were watching her, like, what made you, what impressed you the most, like, aside from all of those skills that you tweeted about?
I think it's her consistency niya, and kitang-kita yung maturity niya on the court. I mean, she's very vocal. Parang pag pinapakita yung side nila before they receive, like you can see her talking to the other players, and even if there were veterans on the court, makita mo na she's comfortable playing with them. Like walang kaba, walang doubt. So that's, aside from yung skills, dun ako na-impress sa kanya.
Yeah.
How about you, Miss Jem?
Yeah.
Agree with Denden kasi I saw Belen nga nung past few games. Tapos parang for me, nakita ko na yung bata matapang and walang takot. And talagang open din siya sa mga sinasabi sa kanya ng mga seniors niya. So kung napagsabihan siya, magde-deliver na lang siya. Iba yung maturity ng bata pagdating sa court. And we all know naman na incoming first year college pa lang siya. So sobrang excited ako for her na makita siya maglaro.
Oh, I just remembered, ha. So we had Jennifer Nerva on the show, and then I was asking about yung mga young NU players, and Belen was one of them. So I asked Jen, sabi ko, who does Belen remind you of? Like, who would you compare her to in among the older players? Tapos sabi niya, si Alyssa Valdez daw. Like, she sees Alyssa Valdez in Mhicaela Belen. So being that you became teammates with Alyssa, what do you think of this comparison by Nerva to liken Belen to Alyssa?
Belen and Alyssa, I think, kasi since same naman sila ng position, siguro nandun yung makita mo sa kanilang dalawa na nandun yung tapang pagdating sa loob ng court, na wala silang takot na pumalo kahit na naboblock sila. Imagine si Belen, she's not that tall naman sa open spiker. Pero talagang lumalaban, pumapalo, may power and all. So makita mong malaki pa talaga yung potential ng batang to. Especially, bata pa nga and marami pang matututunan. Same with Alyssa na kahit ilang beses siyang naboblock, talagang kung crunch time, talaga nandyan siya para, kung kailangan mo ng puntos, give it to Eliza.
Dan, you want to
But
chime
I would
in?
I would liken her to Ate Cha, Cruz. More than Eliza for me. Because Eliza is like scoring machine. Yun talaga. Eliza is scoring machine. And then Belen is more like Ate Cha in a way na maasahan mo in passing. And then when you give her, even if you don't give her the ball most of the time, you know she will deliver. So it's more of Ate Cha for me than Eliza. Although makikita mo rin naman yung likeness niya with Eliza in terms of, yun nga, walang takot. She's so sure of herself na when it's time to take charge, she will step up. Ganon.
Okay, another comparison. We also had Iris Tolenada here on the show. And then I asked her what she thought about Kamille Cal. Sabi niya, she would compare Kamille Cal naman. She sees a little Kim Fajardo daw in Kamille Cal. Jem, setter, you agree with that? Does
Yes,
Kim
yes.
Cal have some Kim Fajardo in her?
Medyo hawig. And in terms of playing naman, parang Kim Fajardo, and I think parami pang i-improve si Kamille Cal pagdating sa setting. And hopefully talagang mag-grow siya as a player under her coaches right now.
Marami rin mga batang setter ngayon who like you aren't like the tallest among the contemporaries but are really great playmakers. So like Michelle Cobb is an example. So what can you say about the younger generation of setters now, Jem? How do you see the setter position? How did it evolve now with yung mga mas batang setters na ngayon?
Ngayon kasi, Anton, parang bihira ka na talaga makakita ng setter na may height, to be honest. Like, iilan na lang din yung mga matatangkad na setters, and sobrang swerte mo ng coaches kung makakuha ka ng setter na magaling and then may height pa. But I think with Kamille Cal and Michelle Cobb, we're not that tall naman, but binabawi na lang sa skills and sa volleyball IQ. Kasi it's a tough job talaga being a setter, kasi parang ang dami mong kailangan mong isipin kung ano yung ibabato mo sa mga spikers mo, and then kailangan mong masunod kung ano yung sistema na gusto ng coaches mo. And for me, it's about trusting your spikers, yung pagkakaroon ng magandang timing and tempo and everything inside the court para you can be able to create good plays. Di ba nga sabi, small but terrible, pero remember, yung maliit, nakakapuwing pa rin.
Yan yung mga quotable quotes na inabangan namin eh.
Joke lang.
Highlight reel na yan.
Thank you for watching Volleyball DNA. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified for future episodes and interview highlights.
And while you're at it, head over to our Facebook page by clicking on the link in the description.